We're here with Nope, one of the Flyover crew for the Super Bowl. Now, I have to ask you, you guys have been doing interviews for a while today. What question are you sick of answering?
Honestly, I've been very lucky to not get the same question repeated very many times, so I can't say I'm really sick of anything.
It's free. Okay, yeah, because we were talking. Okay, that's fantastic news.
Yeah.
I've got a long list of real good reasons for all the things I've done. And regret is just a memory written on my brow. And there's nothing I can do about it now.
I mean, there's 1,000 questions we were thinking about asking you guys. The biggest thing for us is like, you're going to get to fly over in the Super Bowl, which is unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fly over what arguably people think are some of the greatest athletes on earth. But when you're flying over, is it kind of like, yeah, I'm actually probably a better athlete than most of these people that are playing on the field right now?
That thought's never crossed my mind. We do pull a lot of G's in the jet, up to 9 G's. So it's definitely a strain on the body and it hurts.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just very well trained in the anti-G straining maneuver to keep my eyes open and the light in.
Is it fun? I don't know. Are you ever able to bring people on, fly with people who are the unindoctrinated, uninitiated, and you get to watch them pull a few G's, like if it's a buddy or something, and then you're going to try to make them pass out? Has that ever happened?
Every once in a while, we'll fly people that aren't currently F-15 pilots for a variety of different reasons. And yeah, usually they're kind of put through the ringer. And, the pilots sometimes, depending on who they are, like to try and make them throw up or, really put them through the ringer.
Where do you fall into that category?
Honestly, I actually have not flown anyone in my back seat yet, other than a flight doc that had flown a lot of times. So I think I'm a little bit more sympathetic to people.
Yeah.
I struggled with air sickness early on in training, so just making sure they have a good time. But if they're not feeling it, I'd probably be a little bit more ginger on the controls.
Oh, that's fantastic. You're a much better person than I would. I would absolutely. Well, because I would assume like when you get someone back there and you're like, hey, this person's kind of a stinker, give them the business, and that'd be a hoot. Hey, riddle me this. So what's the proper word for how low you're allowed to fly?
Flight deck.
The Navy, uses deck. We'll use the term floor if we're fighting in the Air Force. Yeah.
And what is that for? What is that for Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, so for Super Bowl Sunday, it's actually a little bit different. So we're just sanctioned at specific altitudes based on the FAA. We're kind of at the beck and call of them to make sure that we are safe in the airspace that we're flying. I can't really talk to specifics of exactly where we're going to be.
Of course.
We're going to be at all kinds of different altitudes, rejoining with each other, being that it's a joint flyover. So we've got Navy, Air Force, and then we're in the Air National Guard, all kind of joint force together for this flyover. So we'll all be at different spots, and then we'll rejoin for the actual flyover.
So how does that look like? It seems like a beautiful dance, right? Like, so how long have you guys been preparing for this specific flyover?
Yeah, they've been planning this for a number of years or months at this point. And for us as the pilots, we kind of just recently, were kind of selected for this position and chosen to do it, or told rather that we had the opportunity for the 144th Fighter Wing to be in the flyover. So for the pilots, it really comes down to mission planning. So higher headquarters has kind of planned the whole, like, this is what you will do. And then as the pilots executing the flyover, we put together a plan of how we're actually going to execute what they've planned for us. And then we do we'll do a rehearsal flight. We'll do one dress rehearsal for it on Friday before we actually execute on the Super Bowl. But we've got a long brief tomorrow to talk through the specifics of what the rehearsal is going to look like, and then we'll debrief how the rehearsal went. We'll plan for what the actual day of is going to look like.
That's fantastic.
So being out on the field, it's usually, him as a player, and I worked in the NFL for a while. To me, I freaking love jets. They're the coolest thing ever. So when there's a flyover for every game, it's like my favorite part of the game,
Yep.
Being that you guys are going to be doing this during the Super Bowl and flying over, and to us, it's like, oh man, that's cool. To you, it's like 2 seconds, you're in and out. Is it as big of a deal for you too, as it is like people watching, or is it kind of like, we're just...
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, I think I speak for many pilots when I say that we're just stoked to do our job any day that we get to do it. I mean, strapping into a jet and getting to fly is the most incredible feeling. So, for a normal flyover, usually, you're so focused on being there on time or being in position and looking good that it's just like, oh, there's the stadium and then it's gone,
Yeah.
But for something like the Super Bowl, knowing how many people around the world, especially, like 150 million Americans usually tune into the Super Bowl. Like there is a little bit of pressure there. So I think that the feeling for something like the Super Bowl, as big as that event, is going to be a little bit different. I've never gotten to do something like a Super Bowl. So,
Well,
yeah.
congratulations. Nope. I mean, it's unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, it is really profound to have a flyover when you're on the field
It's awesome.
and just to see the speed you guys operate at.
Yeah.
What is it like when you land the plane and have to get into like your Honda Civic or and you're driving around? Is life just utterly boring?
Yeah, sometimes it is. My husband likes to tell me I drive too fast sometimes. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just very different. When I was first going through pilot training, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, how do these guys like switch their brain off from flying the jets and then just getting in their car and driving? But it's kind of just normal. It's just like our job. So,
Yeah,
it doesn't necessarily make it feel any different, like just in a normal day to day in cars or anything like that. But it is a slower pace for sure. Sometimes I'll be in traffic and I'm like, well, could have been there in 5 minutes in the jet, but here we are, 2 hours later.
That's exciting. Lastly, before we let you out, we have a few questions revolving breakfast. We're big breakfast folks. Are you a big breakfast person?
I love breakfast.
Okay, this is fantastic. All right, Casey.
I think my biggest one. Oh, go ahead. You go.
No, you go.
No, I was going to ask the sausage one again.
Yeah, I think it's a good one.
Yeah. What do you prefer, sausage patty or sausage link?
That depends on the day. If I'm having like a bagel sandwich with a sausage on it, it'll be a
Bingo. That's
patty.
what we talked about. Yep.
If
Gotta go
it's
patty.
like Christmas morning, I'm having a sausage link.
Now, if you're eating bacon, or do you want it as crispy as possible, or do you want a little bit of bend to it?
I'm on the crispier side of bacon.
Crispy side of bacon.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Let's see. What was the other one?
So bagel. All right. Cream cheese or butter?
Oh, that's
I'm
a
a
good
huge
one.
cream cheese fan.
Yeah, that's fair. Would you ever eat a bagel with butter?
Yes, if there was like egg on it and like a sausage or
So
bacon.
are you from the Northeast?
I'm not. No, I'm from the Bay Area originally here.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
There you go. Lastly, from me, steak and eggs. Do you like is steak and eggs a breakfast item that you would order? If so, what's the proper time to eat steak and eggs? Like, is there a time that, like, pre 9 a.m., post 9 a.m., like a brunch?
I can't say I've ever had steak and eggs. My husband would not be thrilled to hear that. He's a huge steak person. He's from the Midwest though, so not me. I'll be like a eggs and toast kind of person in the morning.
Do you have any thing that's deemed by your friends strange breakfast rituals or strange breakfast foods? What do you
Ooh.
think?
No, I used to eat a lot of oatmeal, and now I'm pretty much just like eggs, like every day.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I need the protein.
And sourdough. Do you ever rock with sourdough?
Oh, I love sourdough.
Sourdough out here is, it changed my life.
It's incredible. Yeah, the sourdough out here is second to none. And I grew up out here, so I didn't realize how good I had it
That's so
until I
good.
left. Yeah.
Nope. God bless you. Thank you for serving our country. We cannot wait to see the split second you have. It'll be beautiful. And thank you so much for joining
Yeah,
us.
thank you so much for
Over and be
having
like,
me.
I know one of them.
Hey, I know this.
Yeah.
God bless you. Have a blast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Really appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
And there's nothing I can do about it now.